founder members of the Starlight Barking Trust, many of them ex-resort reps from the 80s who had helped rescue dogs and cats back then, realised that in over 30 years, very little had changed. The harsh reality was that despite some amazing volunteers, for every dog rescued, there are still thousands more who wander the streets and can't be protected. So, in 2016, a group of friends from Snowbiz and Sunmed Days founded the Starlight Barking Trust. They've just recently received charity commission status. They're now linking up with other charities tackling animal welfare and environment issues, starting with Greece. Their aim is to link up schools and universities in the UK and Greece with rescue shelters. They're making good progress, but they need your help. The most common complaint the Greek Ministry of Tourism receives is from visitors concerned about animal welfare. Hoteliers and municipalities will often paint a very rosy picture and cover up so much from their guests, and sadly turn a blind eye to the poisoning of stray animals, which now, at the start of the season, is happening on an epic scale. But Starlight Barking believe that the animal-loving public would prefer to know the truth about how they can help. Starting with Greece and Cyprus, they're teaming up with hundreds of shelters where Greeks and expats are doing wonderful things for the animals. But apart from their immediate family and friends, no one knows about them. These shelters are often right next door to a bustling summer resort. Starlight Barking's idea is very simple. They are asking their tour operator friends to come on board and let their animal-loving reps know about all the various initiatives going on around them. The Starlight Barking team want to be the link between resort reps, shelters and holidaymakers in the Model Resort project. We're teaming up with two very new and dynamic charities, plus the oldest animal welfare charity in Greece, who believe with Holidaymakers' help we can make the Model Resort work. Protect Animals Greece was launched in London last week. It's the vision of super vet Bruce Vogel, and with his highly experienced team brings new insights which will not only help the animals but the whole of Greek society. Their slogan is Respect for Animals, Respect for Greece, and they're supported by the RSPCA, Dogs Trust and the Humane Society. One of their main aims is to make Greece Europe's centre of excellence in the management of street dog and cat populations. They're inviting volunteer vets to get involved on a scale not seen previously. This is all fantastic news for the future, but we still have the problem right now of thousands of shelter dogs, many of whom have been in shelters all their lives. In the case of one of the Athens shelters, there are dogs who've been there 13 years since they were rounded up as puppies before the Olympics. Despite some amazing volunteers doing great things for the animals, many of these shelters are pretty run down and overflowing, and they all have the same problem, money. One of our little rescue stars is Fotini. She runs the Lemnos shelter. She's also full-time mum and ground crew at Lemnos Airport, where she welcomes 3 British charters a week for ABTA tour operators. Her friend and fellow volunteer, Vigelio, works at one of the club hotels with British families holidaying with one of our longest established UK tour operators. Fotini's son Victor helps at the shelter, as does her sister and young niece Anastasia. Anastasia also gets involved at school with environmental projects, which are now part of her school's curriculum and an important part of the Model Resort project. But we're pretty sure not a single British visitor is aware of how a family of volunteers struggle day to day, yet manage to keep happy, healthy dogs. Fotini is wonderful, but she's not unique. Close by every tourist resort, there is another Fotini battling for the strays. We believe that the British public would love to know more about all these resorts where magic people are trying to make a difference. Already lots of lovely people who work in the travel industry are getting involved in the Model Resort project. But it would be wonderful if every single tour operator invited their resort teams to get behind this and spread the word about sponsorship opportunities in all their resorts. On behalf of all the little paws who desperately need you, thank you for considering how you might become an important part of this project. We are their voice, and they know that if we're united, we can make a massive difference and help animals everywhere have a brighter future. Thank you.
Dogs are like my kids. I have only one kid in human with 2 legs, but I have another 80 dogs, my kids, another 80 kids.